So I was first sent a review copy of Tales of the Celtic Bards quite some years ago. It was published in 2003, and as I recall, I had a PDF I was either reviewing for the Pagan Dawn magazine or for the Druid Network, and I was so taken with it as a reading experience that I went and bought a hard copy. It's a very lovely cover. It's not possible at the moment to get it in ebook form, although I think it's something that it would be very lovely if it happened. But hard copies are certainly still available. It's a retelling of a lot of very key Celtic myths, things that influence modern Druidry, things that would likely be of interest to bards. And the author, Claire Hamilton, is a storyteller herself. She's a harpist and a very experienced performer, and I think you can really tell that with her writing style. It reads like something to read out loud, and it gives you the basis for sort of taking these stories and taking them out into the world. So if you're a learner storyteller, it's well worth the thought. Now, I've been hunting around a bit online to see what there is, and there's not much out there about this book, really, or about the author, which I think is a great shame. So I thought what I would do is just read a little bit of it so that you can get a flavour for what it's like. Rising at dawn one day, Cormac looked out from the great hall and saw a strange sight. Before him on the green stood a tall silver-haired warrior clothed in a long cloak that shimmered like a web of coloured light, and on his feet were two blunt shoes of white bronze. The man shook out his cloak, and Cormac saw that every colour of the rainbow ran through its shining fibres. But when he looked again, the cloak was hanging to the ground in folds of purple, and the king thought that he had only seen the momentary reflection of the dawn sky. In his hand the man held a silver branch with 3 gold apples on it. When he shook the branch, the apples tinkled like so many bells. The music of the bells rose like a perfume in the air. It was the music of the Sidhe, a music of forgetfulness, and, like all fairy music, had the power to lure away a mortal soul. The music of the branch crept into Cormac's heart. The king came down from his chamber and crossed the green towards the warrior. They saluted each other. "Where are you from?" asked Cormac. "From a land across the sea, a land which honours truth, where old age and sadness is unknown, and where there is no envy or pride, darkness or decay," replied the warrior. "Our land is not so fortunate," said Cormac. "Nevertheless, will you enter into an alliance with us?" And there's lots and lots of fabulous stories in here. Bits from Mabinogian, Irish, Celtic mythology, and a foreword that sort of puts it in context, talks about where the myths come from, who wrote them down, what their possible antiquity is, wider Celtic things as well to help frame them. It's a really useful resource. So if you're looking for things bardic, I can very much recommend this as something to sink your teeth into, particularly if you're very early in your bardic studies and just looking for a way in, because it can be quite difficult getting started. But this book is an excellent resource on that front.